Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it. So as we all know, the Suns have landed the #1 overall pick. And at first, many of us thought that the clear-cut #1 option for them was DeAndre Ayton. But once the Suns hired their new head coach, Igor Koskovo.
Oh my God!
I don't even know how to say his last name, and if I continue to try, I'm gonna catch a spaz. So since they hired that dude, it got a lot of us thinking, because he coached Dončić last year on the national Slovenian team. So they have a close relationship. And on top of Luka and DeAndre Ayton, I'm sure a lot of you guys heard the Karl-Anthony Towns rumor. He isn't in a good place with the Timberwolves. That report came out last week, I believe. And as soon as that rumor came across Twitter, that boy Devin Booker did not waste no time. And he tweeted out a pic of Karl-Anthony Towns wearing his Suns jersey with a little smirk emoji. D-Book and Towns are really close friends, and they were teammates back in college. So all that gives us a hint that D-Book would actually love to play with Karl-Anthony Towns one day again. And that one day could be as soon as October this year. So the Suns have 3 choices to roll with. And this decision here will make or break the Phoenix Suns' future. Now in this video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons to each player. Luka Doncic, Karl-Anthony Towns, and DeAndre Ayton. And I'm going to reveal to you guys what player the Suns should scoop up, in my opinion, with that #1 overall pick. Now before I start, I just want to say that all 3 of these guys are great, especially Karl-Anthony Towns. And there really is no bad choice. The Suns just need to figure out who would be the best choice though. Alright, so let's get into it. First, let's start off with Luka Doncic. This man Luka, for some reason, is the least liked and least favorited by most Phoenix Suns fans. And a lot of people feel like he just isn't that great. And to be honest, I feel like it's because, for one, he's European and he isn't an ultra athlete like that, who can do crazy dunks, and he isn't that explosive either. But the biggest reason as to why I believe he isn't favored by most is because he plays in the EuroLeague instead of college, just like every other prospect. A lot of y'all got it twisted. The EuroLeague is more competitive and just overall better than the NCAA. Luka is out there playing with guys who are in their prime. I'm talking about the 26, 27, 28-year-olds who have experience. And he's been dominating the game over there at 19 years old. Now, just because a player is great in the EuroLeague doesn't mean he'll be great in the NBA. And the same thing goes for everybody in college, it's vice versa. But what I'm trying to get at is his skill set. It's all about skill and how effective you are at doing what you do. And Luka's skill set and his game translates perfectly in today's NBA. He fits the mold of the prototypical wing player. He's a guy who can create his own shot at a high level, and more importantly than that, he's a great facilitator and passer. Literally every team in the NBA is trying to get a guy like that right now, if they don't already have a player who can do those things. So with that being said, should the Phoenix Suns draft Luka Doncic with the #1 overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft? Well, it's complicated, because the Suns are in need of a player like Luka Doncic, but they also need a center to roll with right now. They need it badly. Choosing Luka wouldn't be the wrong decision, but I just don't think it would be the absolute best decision. Devin Booker and Luka Doncic would tear up the league, and they would certainly be one of the best backcourts in the NBA one day. But they would be left with a huge hole at the center spot, and this is where free agency comes into play. If the Suns can get someone like a DeMarcus Cousins or maybe even Nerlens Noel, Knox Capella, that is dead. The Rockets are keeping that boy forever, and he ain't going nowhere. So if the Suns can get a big like DeMarcus Cousins and Nerlens Noel, or at least someone who's serviceable, then yeah, it would be okay, I guess, to draft Luka. But the thing is, that's not a guarantee, and that's a huge gamble on their future. Let's move on to the next possible option. So since the jump, everyone thought that DeAndre was going to be the #1 overall pick. But you know, due to all these rumors, it's actually a question up in the air right now. Physically, DeAndre Ayton has the body to dominate in the NBA today. He's a 7'1", 250 mobile center. For someone to be that freaking big and to be able to move like that is just incredible. And also his ability to stretch the floor and to be able to get his own shot off makes him the most complete scoring center in this draft. He can get you a bucket in the post from the mid-range area, and he's even shown some ability that he can be a 3-point shooter one day. DeAndre Ayton would just be great for the Suns. He'd be their second option on offense, and the duo of Ayton and Booker would just simply be unguardable. Just imagine having to deal with those two in a pick and roll or a pick and pop situation. Y'all know Booker is a complete offensive player. He can get you a bucket in the paint, or he can pull it from midi, and if none of that happens, since he's a sharpshooter and a prolific scorer from deep, he'll give you a quick little 3. Offensively, the Suns would be great, but defensively, they wouldn't be much better at all. Actually, now that I think about it, the Suns wouldn't be any better defensively with either of these 3 guys. But anyways, back to my point about DeAndre Ayton. He'd be able to play off Booker really well, so he wouldn't be a bad choice at all. And I believe he really could be the best option for them. The only real downside about Ayton is his defensive ability. He's frustrating to watch at that end of the floor, because, you know, since he's so big and mobile, nobody should really really be able to score on him with such ease. So that's the only real question I have about his game. That's the only thing stopping me from saying that he's the clear-cut #1 option. Let's move on to the last choice. To be honest, I don't really know if Karl-Anthony Towns is an option for the Suns anymore. Because literally, as in the making of this script, reports came out saying that the T-Wolves are willing to do anything to keep Karl-Anthony Towns. He's their #1 priority, as he should be. So it's kinda hard for me to believe that Cat will be traded, unless he demands one himself. But I'm still gonna entertain this idea for a little bit, because why not? So Karl-Anthony Towns would be the safest pick for the Phoenix Suns, because he's shown us all that he can get 25 and 12 in his sleep. It ain't none for him. He's the most proven choice for the Suns, and I believe he'd have less of a hard time than Luka and Ayton fitting in alongside Booker, because those guys have already played together before. And Karl-Anthony Towns ain't a rookie. He ain't gonna have no early rookie struggles. The only real issue about Karl-Anthony Towns is his defense, of course. Just like DeAndre Ayton and kinda Luka, they really can't defend. So that's a problem for the Suns. So now that we know a little bit about all these guys, which one of these dudes should the Suns go for? This decision right here will make or break their future, and will decide whether or not the Suns are capable of building a championship level team around Devin Booker. I'm gonna remind you guys again that this all is just my opinion, so you can agree or disagree on whatever I have to say. So with all of that stuff being said, I believe Karl-Anthony Towns should be their last choice.
Bro, what's wrong with him? Hell no.
Now I know a lot of y'all might be looking at me kinda crazy right now, but just let me explain, alright? The main reason why I believe the Suns shouldn't go after Karl-Anthony Towns is because of money. Cat is almost off his rookie contract. In the year 2020, he's gonna be asking for them big bag, big racks. As he should, because he deserves it. With Karl-Anthony Towns and Devin Booker signing huge contracts, it makes the Suns less flexible as a team, and it's gonna make it harder for them to add more star talent around these two. Now that leaves us with DeAndre Ayton and Luka Doncic. Like I said in the beginning of the video, these guys are gonna be great, and both of them would really fit well with the Suns. But out of the two, I believe DeAndre Ayton should be their pick, because there is a very limited amount of bigs out there like him right now in the NBA with such a skill set. I can tell you 4, maybe 5 bigs out there in the NBA who are offensive juggernauts and legit stars. Joel Embiid, Karl-Anthony Towns, Nikola Jokic, Boogie. That's all the centers in the league, I believe. There's plenty of other solid guards that the Suns could go after, but that's just my opinion though. But hey man, I'm telling you, DeAndre Ayton is a rare breed, and I don't think the Suns could pass that up. Phoenix Suns have slim to zero room for error in this year's draft. They got the #1 pick that they were in dire need for, and now it's time for them to execute, because their franchise player Devin Booker has made it public that he's tired of losing. The first step for them going in the right direction starts with this draft pick right here. If they get this pick wrong, and if they select Ayton or Luka and they turn out to be busts, then the Phoenix Suns will be in major trouble, and D-Book will surely be unhappy with the organization, and he'd start to question his future with this franchise. So let's just hope the Suns get this draft pick right. If they get this right and whoever they select turns out to be a star, this could lead to so many more positive things for this organization. For one, sales will go up and they'd be making more money. And secondly, more star players around the league will start paying more attention to Phoenix. And Phoenix could be a potential landing spot for the next big time free agent. So it all starts with this pick, man. I gave you my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is. But this is the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a like. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it certain, free the way, told my girl who'd ever thought.